the new heavyweight champion of the world.
3 words that echoed throughout the sporting world last weekend. To seal an unforgettable night, an incredible upset, and a new heavyweight champion.
Ruiz Jr.
One of those breathtaking occurrences that make the sport of boxing truly unique. Sharp, strong, and unrelenting on the night, Andy Ruiz Jr.'s 7th round stoppage has earned him VIP access into the club of all-time greatest upsets. And whilst we always keep our closer look videos totally non-biased, we, just like 99% of the viewing public, never truly expected it to end like that. Though, looking back, the warning signs were there. From Fury to Freddie Roach to the man himself.
People that were doubting me, now they're going to become my fans once they see me throw my fireworks and letting my hands go.
They're not made to go together, and Andy will always beat AJ in my opinion.
He's very, very fast. If you take him lightly, he will upset you.
And from this, celebrating the new Mexican heavyweight champion, we take a look at 10 reasons why we never should have underestimated Andy Ruiz Jr. on June 1st. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation. First, the most obvious, experience. Whilst it wasn't so highly documented before the fight, it's now been mentioned more than ever. Ruiz had an astounding 105-5 amateur record, which included 2 Mexican Junior Olympic golds and an appearance at the Beijing Olympics.
Ruiz Jr.
And this time, trained under Cuban Fernando Ferrer, he experienced all different styles and sizes. With solid fundamentals and a great engine, Ruiz looked to be a solid professional, turning over at 19 years old. Though schooled by a Cuban, Ruiz truly has Mexican blood.
Puro Chicali, Baja California, Mexico. El Destroyer.
A Mexican pressure style, influenced by Julio Cesar Chavez, that combines aggressiveness with an emphasis on the left hook. And a front-footed poise that showed itself more vibrantly than ever when he was put on the canvas.
Big delivery from Anthony Joshua.
Beautifully violent. The Mexican war mentality is something that the world of boxing has grown to admire and respect over hundreds of years. And it's something that showed itself in full effect last weekend.
He thinks not to underestimate Ruiz, you know?
Yeah.
He's Mexican, he's tough, he knows how to block, he knows how to box. The body don't mean nothing. I've seen guys chisels that can't box for shit.
The challenger, Andy Ruiz Jr.
The underdog effect, where public opinion is so great, it almost results in a nothing-to-lose scenario.
As I said, heavyweight boxing, you land 2 or 3 shots, anything can happen, and I think that's his big chance.
And we know, a man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man.
Anthony, don't underestimate this little fat boy. I'm coming for you.
Entering as a last-minute replacement, Ruiz was given little to no hope, turning the body contrast and negative comments into humor, even asking to hold Joshua's belts in awe. He duped us all. And with the stakes of putting not only his name, but his entire nation into the stratosphere, the stage was set. Ruiz, despite everything, has never relied solely on his knockout power, despite being nicknamed Destroyer and having 22 knockouts on his resume. And stepping up throughout his career, the Parker fight was the first time he went 12 rounds, doing so with surprising comfort. Boxing his entire life, much like Tyson Fury, his skills seem somewhat ingrained, making him accustomed to fighting for longer at higher intensity. One of the biggest warning signs, Parker versus Ruiz.
WBO Heavyweight Championship of the World.
Putting Parker on the back foot immediately, Ruiz was the aggressor for the majority of the fight. Parker's speed was able to negate the distance, landing some slick body shots. But as always, whenever caught, Ruiz retaliated.
There it is, it opens up in a war. Joe got clipped again.
Given to the Kiwi on a majority decision, with one judge scoring a draw, there was a clear reason for the Mexican to feel hard done. Controversially, the president of New Zealand Boxing resigned shortly afterwards, claiming the decision was an embarrassment.
Yeah, I think I won the fight, I was always on the pace, always controlling the rounds with the jab. I think the judges were on his favor. I can do.
His latest victory before Joshua was a perfect warm-up for the big stage.
Treat a heavyweight special attraction.
Alexander Dmitrichenko, the 6'7" Russian, though less powerful, acted as a carbon copy of the Brit.
Tonight, making his premier boxing champion's debut,
Ruiz bobbed and weaved, avoiding the jab, and unloaded huge shots inside range. Much like Joshua's downfall, the Russian was unable to establish a solid jab, and anytime he decided to trade, he was met with the same harsh consequence. Punished to the body and head, his corner decided enough was enough. If the decision had gone his way against Parker, Ruiz would have been considered an unbeaten elite-level competitor for a single loss. Plus, he would have likely gone on to face Joshua in Cardiff last year, not Parker. Now, would he have shocked the world that time out? Maybe. But sometimes in life, it seems things happen for a reason. And a testament to his heart and character, he came back from his first loss like no one ever imagined.
Now that I'm with PBC, with Fox, so I'm pretty sure they have big plans for me, and I'll be ready for whoever.
Joshua had faced shorter opponents before in the likes of White, Povetkin, and Takam. And now, looking back more closely, each gave him some clear issues.
White can certainly take a punch. And he shook Joshua. He shook Joshua. Joshua's hurt. Joshua's in big trouble.
White clipped him in round 2, rocking him with that same left hook Ruiz landed. Povetkin also found a way through with a quick combination, ending in a sharp left hook that wobbled the Brit.
Oh, gets inside there and gets through, and a little stumble from Joshua at the end of the first round.
On both occasions, Joshua was let off the hook and given opportunity to reassert himself. Though June 1st, Ruiz didn't give him a second.
I'm here to make history and become the first Mexican heavyweight champion.
Dressing room issues, the ring walk, the mid-round discussions. Rumors are and will continue to circulate about that night. Was Joshua knocked out in sparring? Did he suffer a panic attack? And had he lost motivation?
Is there an issue in camp? I can't tell you there was. I'd love to tell you there was, I'd love to tell you he was injured, but from what I know, and I like to think I know most, he wasn't.
We saw a much higher level of focus on fighting Deontay Wilder from Joshua and Hearn in the run-up to the bout.
Win, look good, and the world is your oyster.
You said it. That's it. Straight to Wilder.
Did this take away the gravity of fighting Ruiz? Either way, out of his comfort zone, AJ looked lackluster and uninterested way before the first bell.
And I got this. I'm ready to...
If the smug grin of the new unified champion didn't say, "I told you so" enough,
it's overwhelming, but, I'm just excited.
Then the warning signs from some notable figures should have garnered more respect towards the Mexican fighter. Fellow heavyweight Tyson Fury summed it up nicely.
Don't judge a book by its cover in this one. Andy can fight. He's a good little heavyweight. And when I say little, I mean little.
Former trainer Freddie Roach knew he would cause problems.
Andy, I used to train. He's a great kid. Don't take him lightly because he can fight.
And nobody summed it up better than the man himself.
Of course, I'm willing to die inside of the ring to become the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, and that's what we're going to do.
Now, with the rematch looking likely for November, the division looks wide open, unshackled from the big three names that seem to have it under lock and key. So whilst the Mexican takes the throne, the race is on.